Coming up in the morning edition, 3 murders in the capital in 24 hours. Traffic police crackdown. And NIB employer self-service expected to be relaunched. Happy Monday. Here's to new beginnings. Good morning and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thank you so much for waking up with us. And joining us live here on the morning edition to tell us how things are shaping up weather-wise is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. The ZNS Tower Cam was showing some cloudy skies, but that is being corroborated by our satellite picture. You can see lots of clouds being advected from east to west, so we'll have pockets of cloudiness during the course of the day. But outside of our studios, it is partly cloudy, as you saw a while ago. Temperature 73 degrees. Relative humidity on the rich side at 83%. East-southeast winds at 13 miles per hour. The barometric pressure at 1,021.1 millibars. That's 30.15 inches, and it is steady. Temperatures around the islands this morning, we're picking up 72 degrees in Greenville Key. That's in Abaco. 72 in Freeport, in the Berry Islands. 74, 73 in Allenstown, Bimini. 75 in Harbor Island, Roxanne, and Lutra as well. Allenstown, Cat Island, 74 degrees. Staniel Key, Kemps Base on Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros, all at 75 degrees. 74 in San Salvador and Rum Key as we take you into Crooked Island and Clarencetown, Long Island, 77. Ragged Island, also 77. We pick up a couple 76 in Acklands and Betsy Bay, Magona. Matchitown, Inagua, 77 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands also reporting 77 degrees. And your boating forecasts are for today in the northwestern parts of our country. Southeast winds, those speeds going to be around 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. The high tide will take place at 11:51 this morning with the low tide at 6:10 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern island, southeast winds as well. The speeds up a bit, 15 to 20 knots, wave heights 4 to 7 feet. So small craft, you exercise caution in the central and southeastern Bahamas. That's going to do it for your first look at weather, the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today and tonight is still ahead.
Thanks a lot, Basil. See you later on in the newscast. Meanwhile, Vaughn Albury is standing by with traffic police with a look at what's happening on our streets this morning. Hello, Vaughn.
Thanks, LaDawn. Good morning. We are here on East Street, just near the Wolf Road intersection. This is a busy thoroughfare here in New Providence as thousands of residents will make their way north along East Street, coming from areas like Jones Heights, South Beach, and Pinewood. This is truly a busy thoroughfare. With me, Corporal Decory Barr of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Good morning, Corporal Barr. What can you tell us that happened over the weekend, traffic-wise?
Good morning, Vaughn. Good morning, Bahamas. Over the weekend period, we had one major accident, or one accident of significance, where a vehicle that was reported stolen was involved shortly after being stolen, or suspected stolen, was involved in a traffic accident. Both parties of that accident were injured and are being detained in the hospital. The accident is being investigated in two parts: the accident part, the road traffic part, as well as the criminal side, which is the suspected stolen vehicle. However, other than that, we had a fairly quiet weekend, which is always a good thing traffic-wise.
Well, that's good news to hear. Now, you know, we're on busy East Street, and there are a lot of motorists. I want to highlight jitneys, which are passing us. You know, this is getting to be that morning rush hour. They seem to stop anywhere. What can you say about that?
Yes, not only the driver, well, mainly the driver would be at fault, but we want to encourage the persons who utilize these services to try to, when you're ready to stop, make sure it's closer to the bus stop or areas designed or designated as bus stops. We also want to encourage the drivers not to stop in areas not designated as bus stops, same as an offense and as a ticketed offense. So if we find persons doing these things, we're always going to try our best to enforce the law and ticket them for this.
Not only is the onus on the drivers, but it is also on the passengers who are coming out of the side streets onto these main cars and flagging down a jitney. So guess what? Corporal Barr had a birthday on Saturday, so we'd like to wish him happy birthday to you. Listen, back to you in the studio, LaDawn. Happy 33rd birthday.
Thank you.
There you go. Back to you,
Police in the capital recorded 3 murders over the past 24 hours. The latest happened at the Pardusky Dock around 8 o'clock on Sunday evening. Superintendent JUNKANOO's police liaison officer was on the scene.
Shortly after 8 p.m., this man was patronizing a business establishment here at Pardusky Dock when he was approached by another man armed with a firearm who shot him before running away. That is as much information as we have, and we are appealing to members of the public, especially those who were here during the time of this incident, who may have seen what happened or who has information that can identify the person responsible, to please give us a call on our Crime Stoppers line. The number is 328-8477. That's 328-TIPS. The Central Detective Unit at 502-9991 or 2, or contact the nearest police station.
There is an increased amount of vehicles on the road, and accidents and fatalities continue to happen on a regular basis. We spoke to Police Traffic Division Sergeant Jerron Thompson, who explained what some of the reasons are for the accidents. He also spoke about what police have been doing to deal with those who commit traffic violations.
So with the fatalities, you have persons just speeding. Everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere. Sometimes the car that is behind you, they try to drive through you to get in front of you. And that is just a degree of lawlessness. And the only way some of these persons are going to learn are through our enforcement efforts, where we report them for these speeding violations, put them before the courts. Our enforcement efforts have been increased across the board. At the traffic department, we are increasing our speed checks, where we use our speed guns. We can't continue to allow persons to come on our streets to have their way and do as they wish without any consequences.
Minister of National Security, the Honorable Marvin Dames, says the installation of CCTVs in the future will help to identify traffic violators. He added that they expect to have a look at the companies which submitted proposals following the RFP that was approved by Parliament over a month ago.
Our cameras are going to be the resolution that will allow us to do license plate recognition. We're going to inundate certainly the island of New Providence with cameras, and we're hoping too as well sometime this year that we will move on to Grand Bahama, Abaco, and a few other islands as we broaden our CCTV project. And so, as far as the traffic accidents are concerned, yeah, that's part of the approach. I'm happy to report too that the Royal Bahamas Police Force, after looking at last year, the commissioner is putting some additional focus with his traffic department.
There are thousands of employers across this country who are compliant with their national insurance contributions. To make contribution payments a bit easier, NAB officials will relaunch the employer's self-service portal that's currently out of service. Deputy Director of the Information Technology of the V3 Stabilization Project, June Colley, on the relaunch.
Employers will be able to submit and pay for their C10s online. This would really help us with the posting, because once it's submitted online, then we don't have human intervention, and those C10s will be posted directly into the system.
Colley says if employers are not computer savvy, or if their computers are temporarily out of service, they have an option to fill out their forms manually.
What we want to do is to make sure the large employers are submitting C10s. For instance, the government has about 19,000 employees. There's no way we can sit down and key in a C10 with 19,000 employees. So we're hoping that the large employers would go back to submitting C10s. One of the things that we did in the project is we have a task for really pushing those employers to get those C10s in.
For the purpose of providing Nasuvians with an opportunity to enjoy a variety of food made by local businesses in a family-friendly atmosphere, BAHA Social hosted an event at the New Providence Community Center on Blake Road. Dozens of people lined up to get in the venue where 18 food and product stalls were set up. BAHA Social event organizer Ashley Ward says that the turnout was way more than they expected and that they plan to continue having the pop-up with different themes in the coming weeks.
Well, we all love food, and I think food just brings people together. And as you can see, I mean, everybody's having a great time and everyone's just enjoying in a casual environment with family. And every month we'll be featuring another theme, another food theme. So like I said, this month is seafood, and then as the months go by, we'll choose more creative and fun things to introduce to our market here.
We also spoke to a few people at the event who gave their feedback on their experiences.
They have a really good variety out here. They have sushi, they have ice cream, they have hot dogs with like lobster in it. I tried the lobster roll. It was amazing. I just like the variety, so you can choose anything. You don't have to drive all around Nassau. It's one spot.
I've been here for about 25 minutes. So far I've had a drink and now I'm eating, and I plan to have a little bit more, but it seems to be pretty cool. I love seafood, so I always try to take advantage of every opportunity to come and support anyone that's selling seafood.
I really came out there because I went to try out this mojibros. I heard it's one of the best mojibros in town, so I always come for the famous honey ginger, and they also have some other flavors, but I mean, so far it was a good experience, and I'm ready to try out some more food.
Stay close, we've got more news right after this. You're watching The Morning Edition.
It's time to get some love from your bank. Make your 2019 financial resolutions a reality by getting up close and personal with your friends at Fidelity. Make it a date with free financial planning, debt consolidation, and an ASO savings account. Plus, discounted fees and a chance to enter to win exciting prizes like all-inclusive weekend getaways or dinner for two. Terms and conditions apply. Fidelity, we're good for you.
If you are building or renovating, and if you want a one-stop shop, then We Buy You Sell, your windows and doors specialist, is the place for the highest impact, highest quality, fully laminated hurricane impact windows and doors, lifelong lasting PVC frame with steel in the frame, non-rust mechanism throughout the frame. We also have the best prices on porcelain, plank, and mosaic tiles. Visit We Buy You Sell in the old Hastie's Tile Building on Robinson Road, or call us at 327-6427 or 698-1140.
12 schools, 5 islands, 1 big stage. The Music Project presents the 3rd annual High School Pop Band Competition, Saturday, February 16th at the Botanical Gardens. Come witness the nation's hottest high school bands from Exuma, Andros, Grand Bahama, Bimini, and New Providence in fierce, high-energy competition with special performances by some of the Bahamas' leading entertainers. Gates open at 12 noon and the competition kicks off at 2 p.m. sharp. Tickets are available at Airbrush Junkies and all participating schools.
The machinery of the government is always working to make the country better for present and future generations. But what does that machinery look like? And how does it really work? Find the answers to these questions and much more as you hear directly from this administration's policymakers. Tune into a closer look with Anthony Newbold, beginning Monday, February 11th at 8 p.m. on the ZNS Network.
Bahamas' cultural expression is JUNKANOO, and the Bahamas JUNKANOO Arts and Music Festival is coming up real soon. Organizer Angelique McKay is joining us live here on the Morning Edition to tell us what we can expect at the festival this year. Good morning, Angelique, and welcome to the Morning Edition.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So, Angelique, talk to us a little bit about the festival.
Well, the festival is designed as an art festival. It will be exactly like any art festival anywhere around the world. If you were to travel through a sculpture garden at an art festival, this is what the experience is going to be like at the festival. But the difference with the Bahamas JUNKANOO Art and Music Festival is our sculptures will be JUNKANOO sculptures, and they will be costumes that would have participated on Bay Street, either Boxing Day or New Year's Day parade. We want to give the world that authentic feel of JUNKANOO, and we want to allow festival patrons to get up close and personal with the JUNKANOO costumes.
Is this the first time that a festival of this magnitude is happening in the Bahamas?
Yes, this is the very first time it's happening. It's the very first time that we're having an event that totally showcases JUNKANOO and allows you to get up close and personal with the costumes, as well as to be able to speak with the various JUNKANOO artists that would have created those costumes as well.
So who inspired you to actually
Well,
do this?
I am guided by my ancestors. I say that 100% of the time, and JUNKANOO is so deeply embedded in me. And I often say that I am JUNKANOO. So the inspiration came from my participation, involvement, love, and passion for the creative arts of JUNKANOO.
So for those of us who are interested in attending the festival, where and when can we?
Well, the festival is February 23rd and 24th at the Botanical Gardens. The hours are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And during that time there, we're going to have live entertainment, we're going to have culinary demonstrations. Of course, we're going to have JUNKANOO demonstrations by way of cardboard manipulations, carving, pasting demonstrations. We want you to be fully submerged in JUNKANOO once you enter the grounds of the festival.
And will you guys be making this festival an annual event?
This is definitely slated to be an annual event because of the need for JUNKANOO to be highlighted and showcased, for locals to get up close and personal, and for our visitors to see it, because as you would have said in your opening, JUNKANOO is the #1 cultural expression of the people of the Bahamas.
And talk to me a little bit about the festival again. I guess you can encourage persons to come again.
Well, we want persons to be able to come to be fully submerged. Persons would hear about the amount of work that goes into the creation and the production of JUNKANOO costumes, but they don't often get an opportunity to come up close and personal and see it and learn from the artists how many hours upon hours that goes into the creative process.
Angelique McKay, thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and best of luck to your festival this year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Electric cars have been growing in popularity, and a key benefit is they are much better for the environment than the traditional fuel and diesel-operated cars. Vice President of Technical Sales of Bahamas Energy and Solar Supplies, Jonathan Sass, believes more Bahamians should move away from conventional vehicles that create more greenhouse gas emissions and move to their counterparts that leave a cleaner carbon footprint. Sass, who now drives a Nissan Leaf that is powered by solar energy, says electric vehicles are cheaper to run because the cost of fuel is eliminated. They offer a quiet, smooth ride, and they are cheaper to maintain because they have less parts.
That's a big advantage because the less to service, it's much simpler to service. It's computerized. The whole car is a computer on wheels. So when the service person check it out, they hook up a computer and can see everything. From the state of the batteries, every component has a sensor, and so it tells you everything you need to know. It's accelerating like a fighter plane. You are up to 60 miles an hour in 4 seconds. There's a lot of advantages. The feel is just so different. You will never sit in a conventional car again, you don't want to.
Saz explains that there are several ways to charge electric vehicles and commented on why it is important for Bahamians to adopt a more environmentally conscious lifestyle.
One is the slow, which comes with the car. So if you end up somewhere and you have no other source to charge, you can hook it up. That takes you about 7 hours. If you use the regular charger, which you can buy for $700, it charges about 3 hours. And you can charge it in 30 minutes from a public charging station that is a special plug, and then it's much faster, more power. If you're not going green, our environment will degrade. We have a very carbon heavy lifestyle because our consume. We produce a lot of energy from oil to cool. So all these can be changed to a more energy efficient, more carbon, low carbon lifestyle.
Okay, Fisher, what's coming up in sports?
Well, coming up in sports, we have some international bowling certification clinic that's on for this weekend. But Ronnie and I were in Lukesville this weekend that the people spoke so highly of you. I was thinking if they were speaking about the right person, but you know, we'll talk about that later.
That and more ahead in sports.
If you are building or renovating, and if you want a one-stop shop, then We Buy, You Sell, your windows and doors specialist, is the place for the highest impact, highest quality, fully laminated hurricane impact windows and doors, lifelong lasting PVC frame with steel in the frame, non-rust mechanism throughout the frame. We also have the best prices on porcelain, plank, and mosaic tiles. Visit We Buy, You Sell in the old Hastings Tile Building on Robinson Road, or call us at 327-6427 or 698-1140.
Hey, have you heard? ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Whether you're on the move or just kicking back. Miss something on the news? It's there. Want to keep up with a live update? It's there. Or just want to listen to your favorite station? It's there too. Download the app now from the App Store and Google Play Store.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sports Monday. I'm Charles Fisher. Bowling will take center stage this weekend. Joining us in the studio this morning is the president of the Bahamas Bowling Federation, Sonif Lockhart. And Sonif, a big week ahead. Tell us what's going to happen this weekend over there at Mario's.
Well, Fisher, we have Rich Usina from Canada, a gold candidate, bowling instructor. He's here in the Bahamas to give us some pointers and to hopefully get us at a better level to compete world, international wise.
How did this relationship come about for him to be here?
In August of last year, we were at the Seniors World Championship in Calgary, Canada, where we meet Rich, and we were buying some equipment to help us in the tournament, and he's been very good to us. He was giving us tips, and he also helped the team, each team, to finish 4th in the world. And so we built a relationship, and I asked him if there's a possibility that he could come down and give us some pointers and help us out. And he said certainly he looked forward to that. And even beyond that, Fisher, I asked him about possibly having 4 of the world-renowned manufacturing ball companies if they would sponsor the Bahamas team. And he told me, he said he will ask them and see what they said, and he'd get on that right away. And he report back to me and say, yes, they say they would do so. So here is Rich in the Bahamas today.
Rich, welcome to the Bahamas. And
thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. You're very certified. Give us some of your credentials to your name.
I've been in the pro shop industry in Canada. I had 2 pro shops at one point in time, and I'm working in one right now. I've been doing that for 25 years. I've been coaching for as long. I am a USBC certified silver coach, as Sonif was saying, and now a gold candidate, so I'm working towards that. And I'm an IPSIA certified pro shop instructor as well, so I do everything from ball drilling to coaching.
First time here in the Bahamas?
First time here in the Bahamas, you bet.
How's it been so far? Only been one day.
So far, I'm still a little bit jet lagged, but I'm starting to.
But the weather's a lot better.
The weather's a lot better from where I am, for sure, for sure.
You're way up there in Canada.
We're up there in Canada, yeah. We're in the minus 40s right now, so I'm happy here.
What are some of the pointers that you'll be giving our bowlers this week?
Well, we're going to be going through a number of items. We're going to have 3 days of open clinics working with just some of the regular bowlers. We're going to be putting them through on-lane video training, so identifying some of their problems that they have, putting them back through, getting some practice in, putting them back on video. And from there, hopefully they're going to get better and be able to carry that forward into their leagues and on the future.
Sonny, who's the clinic for and what are the times and the days?
The clinic is for predominantly the junior, because we're trying to expand as we have already did, develop our juniors. You know, David, Lee, and myself has been around for quite a number of years, decades, and so we need to see the sport grow to another level. The days are Monday. We're hoping to see if we can get at least 30% sign up by tonight, so that Mario's don't usually be open on Tuesday. We want to take advantage of Tuesday tomorrow, which no league. And so if we can get a number of bowlers up to 30 or more, they will open up for us full time, include the juniors and the national team bowlers.
Rich, you were able to go to the lanes yesterday. How was it?
It was good. I got to meet some of the people that I had already been in contact with in Canada when they were up for the PABCON championships in my home center, and just reconnected with some of those folks, met some of the new people, and hopefully we can get people down to the clinic for the next 3 days.
Hopefully Sadness Sports will be there to film some of that as well, and hope you guys have a great turnout this weekend. That's going to be it for your first look at sports on a Monday. Bowling, that's us all about this week.
The natural resources of the Bahamas play a critical role in supporting Bahamian livelihoods. For example, the fishing and tourism industry, which include fishermen, seafood exporters, hoteliers, dive operators, restaurants, and others. Collectively, they generate approximately $1.5 billion a year. Therefore, we must respect and preserve what we have. These resources belong to us.
This is my livelihood.
This is my livelihood.
This is my livelihood.
So let's all do our part to maintain our local economy and a good quality of life. Remember, if we take care of nature, nature will take care of us.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's that?
What y'all getting?
Listen, I've been waiting to march down some lobster, yeah?
Hi, I'm Matthew. I will be you guys waiter today. Can I take your order?
Oh, I've been jonesing for some grouper tread.
Y'all see this?
See, this ain't gonna work.
Where the fish gone, though?
But how though?
Don't leave our children with no fish in their future. Protect our sea. Protect our way of life. Protect the Bahamas. To learn how you can help, find us on Facebook at Bahamas Protected. See the future.
In our final look at whether high pressure remains in control of our weather, at least for a couple of days. That will change by midweek on Wednesday late. We expect a front system to push through the northwest Bahamas. That will bring a brief cool down, and that will be followed by a second cold front on Saturday afternoon. So a series of fronts will be changing our weather over the next several days. Satellite pictures showing those clouds continuing to migrate towards the east, so that will create pockets of cloudiness during the course of the day. Partly cloudy and breezy with a passing shower or two in the mix. High temperature up to 80 degrees, and your nighttime temperatures down to 69 degrees under partly cloudy conditions, and 1 or 2 showers in the forecast as well. The 7-day forecast looking like this, keeping you in the 80s up until Wednesday thereabout. Things will start getting a little cooler as that front system goes through on Wednesday, and as we told you, a second one will push through on Saturday, and we'll see those nighttime temperatures dropping back down into the 60s. LaDon?
Thanks a lot, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the morning edition. Make sure to join us this evening at 6 p.m. for our 2-hour newscast. Once again, I'm LaDon Davis. Have a productive day.